And today, food and more of our week of no-brainer recipes. I like the sound of that.
The Barefoot Contessa, Garten, is here with a twist on a classic from her cookbook, Make It Ahead. Good to have you here.
It's so good to be here, as always. You know, it's the holidays, everybody wants something really easy, and I love things that you can make ahead.
Let's start with the ingredients. What do we have here?
What we're making is a chicken with bread and arugula salad, and it's an entire meal in one platter. So it's chicken, obviously, and it's roasted on a bed of bread, and then with a mustard vinaigrette, and it's got arugula, and it's got the whole thing in one, and then the bread that you roast it with gets chopped up in croutons.
Anybody can make this, Ina, but when you make it, it becomes magical, it becomes special. So walk us through.
Thank you.
And we want to get all the little details here.
Okay, so the first thing is the chicken, and what I do is I take a raw chicken, and to give it lots of flavor, I
separate the skin from the breast?
Separate the skin from the breast, and I put some flavoring, like chopped garlic underneath, right there.
And you've got this wooden spoon trick.
Well, there's a wooden spoon trick, but I just sometimes use your fingers, but you can do it with a wooden spoon, so you don't break the skin. And then what I do is I put some thyme underneath. You can just take the whole stem. You don't have to take the leaves off, and just put it right underneath, under the legs, and then all you have to do is just tie. You know, people trust these chickens like it's in bondage, but you don't have to. Just tie up the legs, just like this, really simple. And what I do is I just tuck the wings under, and that's it. It's no big deal.
Okay.
First, you have to be able to tie, right? That's a critical detail. Just tie them up like that.
Okay, great.
So, and then the key thing is what I do is I salt it. It's really important. You salt it in advance, just like that.
Yeah.
And let it sit in the refrigerator for about 24 or 48 hours.
Okay.
And all the flavor gets into it. And then you clean your hands with these wonderful sanitizing wipes.
That's right. So the viewers don't write in either.
Yes.
And actually, what I do too is I put in lemon
in the cavity,
and thyme in the cavity, so it flavors it.
Okay, great.
So then the next day when you're ready to cook, what I do is, are you in charge of this, Garten?
Yeah.
Yes.
I put bread on the bottom of the chicken.
Sure.
On the bottom of the pan.
Any oil or anything,
one layer,
or just straight?
Just like that.
Just bread, okay.
And what happened? Then we put the chicken on top. Here, I'll do that since my hands have been in the chicken.
Okay.
And you like a thick, crusty bread like that, okay?
I do.
So, Ina, this has been like this for 24 hours. Like you say, you do this the night before.
The night before.
And then you pull it out and want to get a little room temperature or something, and then put it right on. Just put it right on.
Doesn't even have to be room temperature.
Okay.
It's just little olive oil so it gets nice and brown when it's in the oven.
What's the oven preheated to?
500 degrees. It's really hot. It's surprisingly hot.
Okay.
And then when you roast it, what happens is all the juices from the chicken get into the, and this is what it looks like after it's rested.
Yum.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Wow.
That looks beautiful.
So what you end up with is the chicken is perfectly done. That goes right here.
Okay.
Aren't you impressed with Carson? He really seems to know what he's doing.
And look at these
No one
croutons.
uses tongs on television better than me.
And everybody says, oh, the croutons are burnt. I'm like, that's exactly the point.
You want.
Okay.
You really want, and you just cut up these croutons into squares, just like this.
Oh, they got to taste delicious.
They are so, I mean, really, forget the chicken. These are just incredible.
How long did the chicken
cook? Downstairs. Let me check in with my
downstairs.
So good.
Yeah.
I love the burnt croutons.
And the croutons they've soaked up all the chicken fat.
They really do.
Who's in charge of the vinaigrette?
All right, I'll do it.
Then I have a big bowl of arugula salad.
Savannah knows how to order food on the phone.
I know how to
do that. I'm going to put some things in. We have scallions.
What's in this vinaigrette?
It's a champagne vinaigrette with a little mustard. And currants. This is a surprise.
Oh, that's interesting.
Currants.
Okay.
And that just goes over the salad.
Okay.
And then
all over there?
Watch this. Everything goes on. And you carve the chicken, cut up the croutons, and this is what you end up with.
Look at that. I mean, that just looks incredible.
That just looks like a big plate
I just feel like mine wouldn't look like that. I hope that
it will look exactly like that.
By the way, only if Ina Garten burns something, it tastes delicious. So the rest of us, not so much.
I think everybody remembers their mother's burning things, so they know what that tastes like.
How's the chicken, guys?
Oh my gosh,
Chicken's
it is
good.
heaven on a plate.
That's exactly.
Salad's perfect.
Yummy.
The Post-it note says,
delicious.
eat, have a bite.
All right, I got to get a bite. I got to get one of these.
No, it's for you.
Thank you. No, you first.
Okay.
Garlic.
I'm not going to argue.
Isn't it? I mean, I love that you put the whole
Are
thing
you kidding
down.
me? Come
The chicken melts in your mouth.
on.
A little bit of the lemon zest is fantastic. The
Thank
crouton
you.
is ridiculously crunchy.
And you put this right down in the middle of the table, and everybody helps themselves. I mean,
I think I just fell in love with your croutons.
Thank you.
Seriously.
Isn't it crazy?
I feel very close to your croutons right now.
Like we have so much family coming to our house. This is the perfect thing just to put in the middle of the table. Say go for it.
It's roast chicken, but with the volume turned up.
Ina, thank you so much. She's going to be back
It's
later
really
this
fun.
morning. You're coming back to make cocktails?
And we're making cocktails later.
Oh my gosh. My better half is,
martinis.
you know, Siri's in love with this lady.
I know.
Can I just have a hug to make her jealous?
Exactly.
Thank you so much. Bingo. Gotcha.
Yes, exactly. Bingo, one for you too.
So much fun.
All these recipes, by the way, are today.com/food, and we're back in a moment. This is Today on NBC. I'm having another bite.
Oh, this is great. Thank you.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.